Hey guys! A little while back I mentioned some fun little medical stories that happened back in the summer, and this is one of them. Wisdom teeth! What's the general anesthesia like? What's the pain level like? And how long does it last? The whole shebang. Just a note before we get started, this is a video of my own experience. Everyone's gonna have a different experience, and I'm in no way a professional, so it's just best to follow your doctor's advice and such. Anywho, let's get on to it. It was a fairly quick process to set it up. We started with a consultation when the time came, set up a date, and like that I was sitting on the table waiting to have my wisdom taken out. I should mention, during the consultation, I asked to keep my teeth. I have no clue what I would do with them, and I still don't. But hey, if you want to keep them, just ask. Most of the time they'll say yes, although sometimes they may not come back in one piece when you get them. I was very on the fence about if I wanted to use the anesthesia. I saw so many videos of people acting silly, and man, I was really not looking forward to that. What if I said something weird? Like I don't already. What if I decided to text someone that they suck? What if I just started randomly singing? For a while, I was more interested in staying awake the whole time and having them just numb the area. I was fine with being able to feel the tools and pressure, and I thought it could be even cool to know what's happening and what it feels like. But it's usually a 40-minute or more procedure, and I was worried it would be awkward for both me and the doctors, so I decided to just face my fears and do the general anesthesia. I got in the room, sat down, and the doctor put a mask over my face. I was fairly certain it was like laughing gas, and having a vague idea of what it does, I immediately started questioning every single change I felt. I was worried about the anesthesia even then, but while going under, I really didn't feel much of anything. I didn't feel loopy or even relaxed. I felt normal, if not a little worried, right up until my consciousness faded. The procedure was a little strange. I've been under anesthesia before, and when I was out like a light. But this time, it was almost as if I was dreaming the whole procedure, and that it was sped up to only be a few seconds in my mind. It was more vivid near the end of the procedure, which makes me think that is when I started waking up from the anesthesia, and maybe they were just doing some things before I fully woke up. It was strange, but I can say that I was absolutely out the whole time. No emotions or consciousness, just maybe a little bit of weird fogginess near the end. When I woke up, I felt nothing. I was awake, a little tired, but my thoughts were still my own. From all the stories I heard, I thought I would be acting crazy, but at the most I just felt a little lightheaded. I've talked to some others who had the procedure, and for those who reacted more to the anesthesia or laughing gas, whichever it is, their actions weren't necessarily crazy either. It's more just like they were really sleepy, or a little more bold. But if they didn't want to do something, the loopiness didn't magically force them to do it. Anywho, I was wheeled out of the building, but not before collecting my teeth, and was driven home. Walking was difficult for like 2 minutes, but the ability came back fairly quickly. The first day I was sore, but it went away fast. The moment I got home, I got rid of the little cotton things they put in your mouth, and I had some soup. Probably not the smartest move. I could barely even taste the soup because I was still numb. But man, I needed my soup fix. Another concern was dry socket, which is said to be very painful but also pretty rare. But still, they usually tell you to stay away from sucking out of straws or bottles, and to not swish water or mouthwash in your mouth. All of which I did anyways. I was maybe not the smartest during this whole recovery period. I was worried because in the beginning food would get stuck and it was uncomfortable, but let me tell you, it's so much better to just leave the food there and let it come out on its own, or just wait instead of trying to swish it out. Because man, that made it sore. The best thing to do over recovery day is to just let it heal and leave it alone. Because I have to say, the days after could have been a lot better if I just didn't keep messing with it. And in the end, they gave me a syringe after a week or so to get the food out anyways. So my efforts were not needed. The first week was a little sore, but the days after got easier. And overall, it was a pretty low-stress experience. So yeah, that's how it went. Anywho, that's all I've got for now. See you later.